Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on today's market update. This week we had 31 new listings come on the market on Hilton Head Island. That's up from 50 last week. The same week last year we had 59 new listings come on the market. It's roughly a 47% deficit. And historically it's been a deficit of supply that has caused the greatest reaction in terms of price, meaning prices going up, appreciation, and that's what I'm calling for the balance of this year. If these inventory levels remain, we're going to see a fantastic appreciation year, which if you've been watching each week, you've been hearing this message from me week in and week out. Year to date, we're at 1,214 new listings compared to the same period of time last year. We had 1,532 listings. We're approaching a 21% difference. So the new listing inventory this year is 21% lower than the same period of time last year. That's an enormous number. You know, markets move with the slightest 3 and 4%. We're talking about approaching 21% difference in inventory. So new sales, sometimes when I watch these videos after they've been put out, I understand that maybe I'm not clear on this point. So sales are property transactions that have actually closed. And with these, most of these were negotiated some 6 to 8 weeks ago on average. So those numbers are, we had 23 closings this week. That's up from 18 last week. Very, very low numbers. When compared to the same week last year, we had 62 new closings. Now again, remember, if you could put your mind back to where we were 6 to 8 weeks ago, the world was a very different place. We couldn't buy toilet paper. Never mind think about negotiating a contract on real estate. So these numbers are going to go up week after week after week as we go forward. So year-to-date closings, we've had 766 closings so far this year compared to 969 closings the same period of time last year. So under contracts, again, under contracts, these are the measure of how the market is doing right now in terms of buyer and seller negotiating the terms of a sale. So this week we had 75 properties go under contract on Hilton Head Island compared to 83 last week. This same week last year we had 59. That's more than a 27% increase in new under contracts. That 27% increase, coupled with the fact that inventory is down more than 20%, it's just the strength of our market as a seller's market right now is as good as I've seen it since 2005. Year to date, we've had 940 properties go under contract. Compared to the same period of time last year, we had 1,112. That's a 15% decrease in properties going under contract. But that percentage has been shrinking week after week after week as our sales this year are now eclipsing the sales the same period of time last year. Average sale price this week, $580,000 and some change, compared to last week, $680,000 and some change. Compared to this same week last year, $357,000 at 62%. As I say every week, these weekly fluctuations can be very, very large. What we're seeing go under contract for the most part are higher end properties. That is not an indication that the market is appreciated by 62%. You want to know where the market, what the appreciation, the actual appreciation in the market is? I look at the year-to-date numbers. Right now we're at $526,000 compared to the same period of time last year. We're at $472,000. That's 11.5%. I think at this point, that's about what we've appreciated, 11.5%. But I look at that number to continue to go up as long as inventory remains low. Even if sales step back a little bit, as long as inventory remains low, we're going to see improvements in the average selling price, which equates to appreciation. In cumulative days on the market, 143 days on the market, and that is exactly the same number as where we were at this time last year, 143 days. So it's all good news for the Hilton Head real estate market, but if you're watching the news nowadays, there's a lot of bad news out there right now, and we are all Americans. We have to remember that. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, whether or not you wear a uniform, where you come from, who you love, what your religion is. It doesn't matter. We're all Americans first. And I hope we can remember that and we can come together, do what's right for all of us. God bless y'all.